Hi, I'm Chris Travell and welcome to the MaritzCX Café. We're here at the 2015 CXFusion conference in Las Vegas, and there's about 550 of us here right now. And we've just concluded the morning sessions, and one of the speakers, they were all amazing, but one of the ones that I thought was very, very interesting was a guy by the name of Paul Bustani. Now, he is a customer experience leader with Activision. Now, you may not know that company name, but they are the company behind such franchises as Call of Duty and World of Warcraft and basically a leader in the gaming industry. And what Paul explained was when he arrived at the company a couple of years ago, when you talked about customer experience, the eyes kind of glazed over a little bit. And when he asked people within the company about their final customer, they would say that, well, it was Walmart or it was any of the channel partners through which they sold the game. Not a whole bunch of emphasis being put on the gamers who were actually using the game. So what Paul did was basically kind of turn things around a little bit, and he wanted the voice of the gamer, as he called it. So a little bit different wrinkle on the customer experience area that we're used to looking at. And what he did was gather all sorts of information of what the gamers were telling them and actually applied it to improving the games, which I'm sure many of you play right now. For example, those who play the games will know that cheats are unfortunately kind of an integral part of the game, depending on who you're talking to. And the problem is when you're playing at a very high level, in a game like Call of Duty as an example, cheaters are not exactly held in very high regard. And this came back on the feedback that he received. So what they did, they instituted a program, kind of like stealing from the World Cup of Soccer, as he said, where those who were accused and found cheating were first of all issued yellow cards, as per the soccer analogy, and then if they continued to cheat, they were issued a red card and thrown out of the game. But by doing that and by listening to the customer and putting that kind of system in place, it reduced the number of cheaters very significantly. So certainly listening to the customer in a company that perhaps you wouldn't think would be at the forefront of customer experience certainly paid off for Activision. A very interesting and very worthwhile insight that we talked about here today at the conference. So I want to thank you for joining us on the MaritzCX Café. Please come back often. We'll have other postings from the conference. I'm Chris Travell, and thanks for joining us today from Las Vegas.